I don't drink. I don't smoke. My only addiction is unboxing wrestling figures. Is that a good intro? Maybe I should do a play on his theme song. Look in my eyes, what do you see? Today we're unboxing Retro Punk and Larry figure by Zombie Sailor Toys. Does that work? Yeah, I know I missed my calling and I should have a music deal. How does the brand new CM Punk and Larry action figures from Zombie Sailor Toys match up to retros that are currently out? Today, we're going to examine that. I am Gregory Iron, professional wrestler with cerebral palsy, motivational speaker, and host of the Iron on Wrestling podcast, which you can listen to every Wednesday on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you download podcasts. You can get it early over on patreon.com/irononwrestling, where you also get a buttload of bonus episodes, behind-the-scenes videos, like with things that we're doing in this video, extended versions of videos. You get to talk in live chats with me. There's so much good stuff. Patreon is the best way to support the show, and you can have your name in the credits. Before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Share this video. I do appreciate it very much. If you follow what I do on this channel or you watch the bonus stuff over on Patreon, you know that I love the retro Hasbro style figures. I collect all the Mattel style Hasbro figures, but I pick and choose outside of that, whether it be from companies like Epic Toys, Hastel Toys, or in this case, Zombie Sailor Toys. Even though I collect only specific retros before the line would have started and a little bit after the line would have started, I knew that I had to get CM Punk, especially because it came with Larry. I have a little bit of a history with the punker, going way back to Chicago and during the Summer of Punk in 2011.
You overcome more than I ever have just waking up every morning. I met you briefly back there. I saw something special watching you in this ring.
Being a kid that grew up not drinking and not doing drugs, to be able to share a moment like that with CM Punk in Chicago was surreal, dreamlike, and it still is, and I'm very humbled by that experience. All right, let's see what we got here. So we got some flyers on top here. Little thank you for your purchase on one side, a He-Man style piece of art on the back. Like that very much. Never really was a He-Man guy, but I can appreciate the art. And I mean, how could you not love him riding a giant Larry? I mean, come on. And it also includes a flyer for an upcoming Danhausen figure. We actually did one of the very first Danhausen out of character interviews way back in 2019. So go way back in the channel so you can check that out. Danhausen, a good dude, and this special edition action figure might be something I have to add to the collection just because he's a buddy of mine. Now, there have been some complaints about some of these Zombie Sailor toys. One of the most notable complaints from people online is that some of the arms are very long, too long that it doesn't look like a traditional Hasbro. And I do agree with that. Like, there's a Bad News Brown specifically that comes to mind that I will be receiving pretty soon, probably in the next couple days. That in the pictures, it does look like the arms are a little big, but Bad News Brown should have came out in like 89, 90, 91 in those sets. We'll examine that here on the channel soon, but let's see how we look with the punker and Larry themselves. Here it is. Great card. CM Punk. Little picture of Punk on the side here. Pretty standard looking heels and faces type card here. On the back, you have the retro style card that you can cut out. Very collectible with the Hasbros back in the day. The classic Punk card on the back lists his height, 6'2", weight 218 pounds, from Chicago, Illinois. It's got the mock signature. It says, one of the most popular professional wrestlers of all time, known for being the best in the world. The straight edge star has defeated many opponents with his GTS finisher, and he is April's husband. I bet you that that's something Punk wanted on the back as a fact, just to pop his wife. Of course, you have the Ron Rudak blueprint on the back, which is very cool that they have the original artiste on hand to do these Zombie Sailor figures. We are going to crack open this Punk because I do collect my figures loose, so we will let it breathe. but I really want to look at Larry. So let's see how that looks. It's so good. Larry, mint on card action figure, exclusive to the Punk only if you pre-ordered, and I think it's incredibly cool that it gave its own card. On the back, you have the card of Larry that you can cut out as well if you would like. It's a little smaller, obviously. You do not actually get to see the drawing of the design from Ron Rudak like you would on the wrestler figures, but that's okay. I'll let it slide just because of they could have easily just attached Larry onto this card, but they did not. So I appreciate that he gave him his own card. He also has statistics on the back. Let's read them. Larry, height 18 inches, very tiny dog. Weight 3,000 pounds. Best dog in the world, werewolf. Crash landed on Earth and frozen in the Arctic ice for over 100,000 years. You could totally trust him. Fly's private cultural icon, rescued from paws in Chicago. Man, what a delightful little treat this is. Just because of how special it is, I almost don't want to open these figures. But I'm going to, because I'm filming this as an unboxing. And brothers and sisters, we gotta let it breathe. All right, cracked it open. Really had to sell the opening there. I don't know why. Initially, when this was announced, I wanted it because it's a Punk figure, and I do like collecting my Punk figures. Again, he holds a special place in my heart. I didn't really like the face when I saw the initial prototype. Seeing it in person, I like it a little better, but there's something, I don't know. I can't put my finger on what I don't like, but there's something about the head sculpt itself that I don't like. His head is too narrow on the side. I don't know. Maybe I'm being nitpicky, but there's something off about the face here. One of the problems that I have with the Zombie Sailor figure sometimes is like, you know, while I think the faces usually look pretty good, they don't really look a tad bit cartoony like the old Hasbros. They're a bit more on the realistic side. That doesn't make them bad. It just doesn't fit into the Hasbros, I think, as well as some of the other companies have been doing. They don't have a specific move, little gimmick that they do with the arms or the legs. Usually the Zombie Sailor toys do not. I do like that you could do the Punk straight edge fist there with the X on the hands, of course. All the tattoos look incredible. They really got the details on the tattoos. Obviously, they didn't do the straight Pepsi logo, but they got kind of close. It does look like they have some sort of Cobra tattoo from G.I. Joe. Either that's the exact logo or they did a play on it to not get sued, which Mattel has never really come close to even putting anything resembling that logo on the arm, so that's very cool. The arms move, no waist articulation, nothing with the legs happening, but that's okay. That's what you would expect with the legs from a Hasbro. Not all of them had moving legs. Let's see how he looks next to Larry. It's okay, Larry. We're gonna let you out to play. Oh, yes, we are. Yes, we are. Incredible detail on the Larry figure. Again, no articulation. The head doesn't move. The legs don't move. But that's okay. I think it's a really cool accessory to get with a CM Punk figure. Zombie Sailor really nailed the look. Wow, yeah, it looks really great. Next to Punk, if you want to, you probably could have him hold Larry in his arm. Let's see here. Now I'm going to go. Now I'm going to go. I'm going to go.
Don't want to say the way it is, how it used to be.
Look how cute that is. He's just gonna carry Larry down the street, take him for a little walk a little bit. He does have a collar. If they would have gave him like a leash, and you could have had like Punk maybe hold the leash or something. But I'm just nitpicking. I think this is really cute together. If it was just Punk by himself, because I don't really like the head sculpt as much, I don't know if I would be blown away by this. But with Larry, I'm glad that I made this purchase. And as a Punk fan, you're never gonna see a Hasbro like this again. Who knows if you'll ever see a Larry figure again. If I could give this physically 2 thumbs up, I would, but cerebral palsy is preventing me to do so. Actually, currently I can barely put 1 thumb up. I have a torn pec tendon, completely torn, and I'm going to get surgery this Friday. So I'll be down and out for a while. Some people on my Patreon set up a GoFundMe, so if you'd like to contribute to that, I've linked it down below. Anything you could do is appreciated. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so. Like this video, share this video, and until next time, kiss goodbye.